Alright, so it's getting to be about that time where we should start receiving part 2 details and information in about 23 hours from this recording. Actually, we can go ahead and I'll show you guys specifically here what I mean, but part 2 this year should actually be starting on the 8th. Everything is shifted up one day basically from last year, I guess 8th, 9th, depending on where you are, I believe. But if we take a look here, we're getting these posts every day, and this should basically tell us when, you know, part 1 started, when part 2 starts, when part 3 will start, right? So basically every 2 weeks should be basically when we see the parts begin. This week we have the third post right here for the social media campaign beginning on the 8th, and last year the worldwide celebration part 2 began on the 9th. Keep in mind the units won't drop until the week after, so this week we're going to be getting part 2 data download. We'll get part 2 event teasers and things like that, right? That'll basically give us a couple of things to expect. Maybe we'll get more red zone stages, maybe we'll get extra stages added to the, you know, divine wrath and mortal will stage, right? If just to take a quick look there. But today we're going to be talking about the EZAs that we could potentially be seeing for the part 2, the worldwide celebration, because I think a lot of people are very excited for that. But yeah, I'm saying, where is this stage? Well, obviously Dismal Future Red Zone, I assume we'll get a new stage. I assume we will get a new stage to this event, again, Divine Wrath and Mortal Real. I think it's very likely we get a new stage, at least a couple of stages even for this. We could also see the link level event that we saw was coming up here as well, so we can get the free-to-play units, right? Awakenings. There should be a lot of stuff that come out this week. But one important thing to note is that we do know that the EZA last year did come out right when part 2 started. AGL Metacooler, we see it came out on September 7th, 1:02 a.m. my time. Today is the 5th, 2:09 a.m. And again, like I said earlier, Worldwide Celebration has started a day earlier, so everything is shifted up by one day specifically. So if we go by that, we see September 6th at 1 a.m. should be when the EZA is revealed. Then 24 hours after, September 8th essentially, or the 7th depending on our time zone, for me it would technically start on the 7th, but you guys get the point, is when the part 2 of the worldwide celebration would begin. So again, we're going to talk about the potential options. I think it's very clear to a lot of people who the potential options are, and I did go ahead and make a tweet about this right here. But I mean, it's very they made this post in the game about the actual like purple stone options that we get, and it made it seem pretty clear that, like, okay, these are the units that are going to likely get EZs. They kind of grouped them all together here. So if you take a look here, basically how many, okay, these 4 characters got an EZA: Tech Trunks, Eijo Zamasu, Itmine, and Physical Guasun Zamasu. This unit right here, Goku Black, I mean, he's a unit that is he's the 3rd oldest premium unit without an EZA. Even, again, Eijo Zamasu and Tech Trunks, literally, they got their EZAs before this Eijo Goku Black even got his EZA. So I would say it's very likely that he's going to get an EZA. And you could even argue them saving him for part 2 kind of makes it like, you know, is there going to be a new Rose Goku Black not EZA, but like a Carnival LR that'll come for part 2? I think that kind of would make a lot of sense. Obviously they EZA Zamasu in part 1 to fit with the, you know, LR Fusion Zamasu in part 1. So maybe they EZA this Goku Black in part 2, and then they give us a new Rose Goku Black so that they could really link well together. Maybe they're both transforming, who knows? We'll see how that goes. I mean, I would honestly prefer just a Goku Black, just Rose LR would be really sick. I mean, imagine they do like double Goku Black LRs for carnivals. They like a base from Goku Black and an LR Goku Black, because we do need a new base from Goku Black with good animations too. There's like so much animations that Rose Goku Black can get. But I would assume that probably Sword Hope Trunks, but that's getting into a whole other topic. So I mean, talking about how this guy could improve essentially, if I'm gonna be honest, we probably should keep our expectations in check. I would assume what's gonna happen is that this would just be kind of like, you know, where it's only 2 turns that this needs to be built up. So let's say attack and defense plus 80% at the start of each turn, and that goes up to like, I don't know, 160%. They increase those stats here. greatly stacking defense. Maybe they give him an additional, maybe they give him some ability to take attacks. Hopefully that'd be really good. But if I'm gonna be honest, I would expect this guy to be closer to how this Tech Trunks is, especially the Super Saiyan form, in terms of his EZA rather than Angel Zamasu, because they don't really add like defensive mechanics to like EZA 2Rs like that like are stacking defense, right? The only like recent EZA I remember that got like already had stacking defense but got like a guard ability is Angel LR Gohan, who's a Dokkan Fest LR, and you know, I mean Angel LR Gohan, right? He's a pretty big unit for an EZA. So I'm not really sure if they would give like Rose Goku Black an ability to like guard or even dodge. I mean, again, that would be really, really good for villain's team, but we'll just have to wait and see. I think importantly though, this transformation condition has to really change. I mean, if they want to be really nice, just make a turn 4. Even if it's just turn 5, that's fine. I mean, even like if they only remove the HP restriction, I'll be, you know, okay with that. But I think 6 turns from the start of battle is a bit long, considering that they're giving us a lot of these like short fights, like almost an Incel, but Tech Cell, into Rose Goku Black, right? I feel like 6 turn is like literally right at the very end of the fight. The only time that this guy would transform consistently, I would argue, is the Omega Shenron fight. But this Goku Black definitely would like to transform earlier. And then maybe they could put all their stock into Rose Goku Black specifically, make his extreme class allies, and we can also give attacking defense. Extreme class allies key 3, 40% attacking defense. Make him again get like attacking defense plus 200%. Crit chance could stay at 50%, that's fine. I mean, again, if they want to give this guy some sort of defensive ability, that'd be really good. Maybe like a chance from a crit and a chance to dodge. Or what if it's like chance to additional attack, super, chance to crit, and chance to dodge, all 50%. Imagine, I think that would be pretty good overall. And then you build this guy full additionals, and if he gets these additionals off, you know, he's stacking his defense quite fast, and that could be really good for this guy. Especially if he has the attacking defense start of turn. And even though he won't necessarily guard in this kind of situation, having the 50% chance to dodge would still be good if he's able to tank the normals comfortably. Like, let's say he's tanking normals and then he has a high chance to dodge, right? I think that'd be pretty cool. Because really, they should just build this guy as like a very strong like dodging support unit is what I'm kind of thinking here. I don't think that he's going to be like a straight up powerhouse like Fusion Zamasu is, even though Fusion Zamasu is giving a little bit of support. This guy again already had his reduction, like they increased it by 10%, right? I mean, they don't usually give these mechanics other than to stacking defense units, right? They did give them stacking defense, but it's not like a 50% stack of defense is a huge difference than a 20% defense stack, right? It definitely is quite a huge difference. So, I mean, if they make this guy basically, I mean, honestly, just make him like Tech Trunks, but, you know, make his support better. Maybe he doesn't even have to do like as many attacks or like as much damage, but make him more defensively oriented with dodge. I think that'd be really good for us. Now, next we could talk about these two probably. Into Future Gohan and this Tech Trunks. I think both of them could EZA, given we saw the sub EZAs for Angel Zamasu, right? I mean, we could easily see both of these guys EZAs. I mean, I think, you know, if we're talking about like a very defensive unit, Future Gohan could be really good because he already has built-in damage reduction. I mean, honestly, just remove this HP threshold, make him 58% damage reduction, and, you know, maybe make his support less restrictive to only Bottom Master Disciple. Make it Future Saga and Bottom Master Disciple support, and I think that'd be really good. Maybe when he goes Super Saiyan, obviously give him defense start of turn, make him raise defense for at least 1 turn. I mean, if they want to be really crazy, they can give him attack and defense raising, potentially, right? Even though the attack stacking wouldn't be necessarily as strong. Like, if we stacked attack and defense with damage reduction, that would be very crazy, right? They probably wouldn't do that. Maybe at least like a greatly raised defense for the turn would be really sick. This is fine because we have like that Cell fight, we have like Ribbed Ribbon Armor Red Zone. Maybe if they want to make an Androids or Future Saga category enemy for the new Dismal Future Red Zone, I think that'd be pretty swell. Just make this guy an over like powerful unit there. I would really like to see that for sure. What else could they do with this guy? I mean, again, if we take a look at these damage reduction EZAs, AGL Super 17, you know, even Physical Beerus, they give damage reduction, he's pretty good. Ijo Zamasu, who already had damage reduction, was really good. Physical Piccolo, damage reduction is pretty good, right? A lot of these units with damage reduction end up being very powerful EZAs because it's like, they want to give these guys these minimum like attack and defense sort of turn buffs, but so many of them, like, they're balanced back in the day because they didn't really have defense sort of turn like that. But now it's like this future Gohan 1 EZA is probably getting like 130 to 50% attack and defense sort of turn with his 58% reduction. And then, you know, if he's racing defense for the turn, like he's like this future Gohan, like in his base form with his reduction, is already like relatively tanky even against in bosses right now, right? Obviously he's so old, but considering he has links like All in the Family and Cold Judgment, this guy can go really crazy. I think that each, like, this doesn't really need to change. Maybe just get rid of the HP condition, make it turn 4 with the Trunks. I think that would be fine, right? Yeah, I guess that could be fine. And then, like, if you don't want a Trunks on the team, you could just keep him in his base form. But I would assume they're probably gonna make a way where this Super Saiyan Gohan is now better than the base form one, because you could argue before the base form one was better because he gave the support ability, right? Next we have this Trunks. Again, he has the same name as the Tech Dokkan Fest Trunks. I mean, he gets buffs against an android and cell enemy, which again will be good. So maybe we just make him like have like, I don't know, like guard for like the first turn or like 3 turns even. Or like if there's a future Gohan on rotation, make him like guard. That could be quite interesting. And then it's like he'll be really good in those short events. This is fine, right? The greatly raised attacking defense 1 turn, that's already pretty helpful. Maybe give him like 50% attacking defense on super or something like that. And he'll be guaranteed critting against Cell, so get extra attack against Cell. Maybe like even a guaranteed additional super attack against Cell. Let's just make him really good against that Cell. Not only there's there's 2 Cell red zones, right? The Red Ribbon Army one and then the Dismal Future one. And you know, I think those stages can give a lot of people trouble. That first from Cell stage is very difficult. So like if like free-to-play players have an extra option of this Trunks against that Cell stage, I think that could be pretty good. And they don't have to like really hold back as much with this guy, I would argue, because we have the Dokkan Fest, who I feel like no matter what, the Dokkan Fest might just be overall a better unit. But like if they make this guy specifically better against like that first form Cell fight, I think that'd be pretty good. It's like, okay, in this fight I could use this Trunks, and then in some of these other fights that are longer and I can get Super Trunks out, I could use the other one, right? I think that's like a good way to design these units, make them different and not just like, oh, this guy's just a worse version of the other one, right? And I guess, you know, that's really all I'm expecting for Part 2 EZAs, besides like maybe these two. Like these two could easily also get their EZAs. I mean, we have Physical Future Gohan just kind of put right here. The androids aren't selectable with the coins, or at least the stones. But I think that are they selectable with red stones? They might be. I think they are selectable with the red stones. So maybe because of the red stones, they will EZA. We already have their stickers in the JP data, so they could easily just put their EZAs this week, right? But who knows? Like, I'm not sure if like all 5 of these. Imagine all 5 of these. Wait, so it'd be Rose, Future Gohan, his banner unit, and then these 2 banner units. Imagine the all EZA like this week. Like that would be absolutely insane. And then the next week you get like LRs and stuff. There is a chance that this guy would EZA too, but I'm not really sure. I feel like very confident in like these 2 getting EZAs, but this LR Rose, maybe they save him for the future, right? It's not like impossible to think that he'll be saved, especially if we got like a Part 2 LR Rose Goku Black standalone. Maybe they'll want to save this guy's EZA for like another Future Saga celebration in the future, because obviously, I mean, I bet there's still a lot we can get like from the Future Saga, not necessarily as like a major celebration, but it would be good for them to save this guy in terms of future EZA for like another Future Saga celebration they may want to do. Let's think of like, you know, that blue Vegeta that fights Goku Black. Maybe like imagine like a him as a Dokkan Fest, or like even that blue Goku that like gets angry, right? That could be really good. But in all reality, this guy could very easily also EZA. I think it's a very good chance that he does too, but maybe they want to save him. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But I think these two are, again, older units who they would definitely love to EZA. So that's it. So hopefully that does come tonight. I would expect it to. That's what I'm personally expecting, but we'll see. Let me know what you guys would like to see, and we'll just catch you in the next video. Peace out.